Today, we're witnessing some of the most incredible moments ever caught on camera, from powerful natural disasters to rare events that happened in just a matter of seconds. These moments are real, and some of them are almost impossible to believe. Welcome to Migrant Empire. Let's begin.
Oh my gosh, it's getting bigger.
The ground's moving. Look at that.
The tree's going.
Whoa, there it
The
goes.
whole fence is sliding in.
This is insane.
On August 14th, 2026, intense rainfall from typhoon remnants triggered a sudden flash flood and mudslide in China. The debris flow collapsed a house, causing serious property damage and leaving 3 missing as rescues continued. On February 21st, 2024, a powerful whirlwind struck Rancaikek in Bandung Regency, West Java, Indonesia. The intense rotating winds damaged hundreds of homes, factories, and trees across several districts, injuring dozens but causing no fatalities. During a shura in Iraq, a fire broke out on Imam Ali Street after gas canisters exploded in a pilgrim service tent. The blaze quickly spread to nearby shops before firefighters contained it. In August 2026, intense monsoon rains triggered a sudden and powerful flash flood mixed with heavy debris in Uttarakhand's remote Nidi Valley in Chamoli district, India. The muddy torrent roared down the mountain valley. Heavy construction machinery, including excavators and trucks, was swept aside as the debris flow smashed through barriers and carried everything in its path downstream, leaving the landscape transformed by thick layers of mud and rock. A massive fire erupted in a 14-story residential complex in Valencia's Campanar district, Spain. Fueled by strong winds and flammable cladding, the flames spread rapidly and completely engulfed both connected buildings within about an hour. On the evening of August 2026, a powerful cumulonimbus thunderstorm developed over Bhaderwah in Doda district, Jammu and Kashmir. The massive storm cloud soared to an estimated altitude of around 15 kilometers, signaling an extremely deep and intense convective system. Torrential rainfall poured down in a very short time, rapidly overwhelming drains and streets. Flash flooding quickly spread through the town and market areas, causing extensive waterlogging and disrupting daily life across Bhaderwah. On the morning of September 29th, a powerful tornado spawned by Typhoon Bualoy tore through parts of northern Vietnam. Strong rotating winds ripped roofs from homes, damaged schools and power infrastructure, and left a trail of destruction across several communes as the storm system moved through the region. A massive fire broke out at a 2-story metal factory in Zhongli District, Taoyuan City, Taiwan. Large stockpiles of wooden pallets inside the structure fueled the intense blaze, sending thick black smoke high into the sky and causing the entire factory to become fully engulfed. Fire crews quickly arrived with dozens of vehicles and personnel, laying multiple water lines as they worked to bring the rapidly spreading flames under control. Heavy rains from the remnants of Typhoon Dolphin caused severe flooding across Henan Province, China. Rivers including the Shahe and Luohe and the Beiru River rose rapidly, prompting emergency measures such as loading heavy trains onto bridges to keep them stable against the powerful floodwaters. A sudden and heavy landslide struck in India. An HRTC bus was traveling through the area at the exact moment the hillside gave way. The driver quickly reversed the vehicle, allowing the bus and its passengers to escape the cascading rocks. A fire erupted at a plastics factory in UK. Hundreds of tons of plastic went up, sending thick black smoke rolling across the sky as firefighters battled for hours to get it under control. Large rocks suddenly came crashing down the hillside right onto the busy Dali vegetable market in Shimla. Several parked vehicles got slammed by the falling debris, sparking instant panic as people scrambled to get clear. Thankfully, no one was injured in the chaos. An incredible tornado spun up over Danhai New Town in Tamsui District, Taiwan. Linked to the outer bands of Typhoon Dolphin, the funnel formed near the coast and moved inland, whipping up debris and leaving some roofs, trees, and power poles damaged in its path. On June 25, 2023, an EF2 tornado tore through Greenwood in Johnson County, Indiana. The powerful twister hurled debris high into the air as it passed near residential buildings, leaving a path of damage across homes, roofs, and trees in the southern Indianapolis suburbs. In April 2024, intense overnight rains triggered major flooding across Limpio in Paraguay's central department. Overflowing streams rapidly turned city streets into fast-flowing muddy rivers, submerging cars and trucks while cutting off entire neighborhoods. Deep floodwaters swept through residential zones and commercial areas near the capital, leaving vehicles stranded and roads impassable for hours. A massive fire erupted in the cargo village of Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Thick black smoke billowed high above the tarmac as flames spread through warehouses near Gate 8. Forcing the temporary suspension of all flight operations, while dozens of firefighting units worked to contain the blaze. A powerful EF3 tornado tore through the Union City area in Branch County, Michigan. Heavy overnight rains caused the Saryu River to surge dramatically. The swollen, muddy waters rose rapidly and slammed against a steel bridge, highlighting the intense monsoon flooding in the region. A violent thunderstorm slammed into Munster, Indiana, unleashing torrential rain and fierce winds. Visibility dropped to near zero as the intense downpour flooded streets and parking lots across the town during a powerful storm system that swept through northwest Indiana. A severe water leak on the fourth floor of Changchun Yuanda Shopping Center in China caused a large section of the ceiling to collapse. Torrents of water poured down through the multi-level atrium as structural debris fell, creating a dramatic scene inside the busy mall. A powerful magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck off the coast of Flores Island in eastern Indonesia. The strong shaking triggered building collapses and sent thick clouds of dust into the air as people fled outdoor areas amid a series of aftershocks. Heavy rainfall triggered severe flash flooding in Qurayat, Oman. Muddy torrents surged through valleys and streets, surrounding traditional white buildings and a mosque. On the night of August 15, 2026, multiple bright streaks of light raced across the dark sky in rapid succession over a rural area. The unusual glowing trails appeared one after another high above trees and buildings, drawing attention from people on the ground. Intense afternoon thunderstorms unleashed a powerful debris flow that tore through the mountain town of Bardonecchia in Italy's Piedmont region. Thick, muddy torrents surged down from the Rio Frejus basin, rapidly overflowing natural channels and engineered barriers. Streets across the lower parts of the town transformed into fast-moving rivers of mud, rock, and debris that raced past residential buildings, parked vehicles, and bridges, leaving thick layers of sediment in their wake.
Olha, as explosões chegam a sacudir tudo. Chega a sacudir aqui o prédio a 10 quilômetros de distância. Olha. Meu pai. O pessoal do Arará tá fugindo em massa lá com medo. Oh.
A towering dust landspout formed over the desert near Al Qadaira in Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. The massive rotating column of sand and dust rose high into the sky. On the night of November 11th, extreme rainfall triggered severe flooding and mud flows in the city of Huánuco, Peru. Fast-moving muddy waters surged through residential streets, surrounding buildings and vehicles, as the intense downpour overwhelmed the area in just a few hours. On the night of November 11th, 2024, extreme rainfall triggered severe flooding and mud flows in the city of Huánuco, Peru. Fast-moving muddy waters surged through residential streets, surrounding buildings and vehicles, as the intense downpour overwhelmed the area in just a few hours. On January 20th, a powerful storm surge driven by Cyclone Harry slammed into the coast of Catania in Italy. Massive waves crashed over barriers, flooding waterfront restaurants, streets, and parking areas with seawater and debris as the intense Mediterranean storm battered the eastern shoreline. In mid-January 2026, a massive wildfire erupted in the hills surrounding Concepcion in Chile's Biobío region. Intense flames rapidly spread across forested slopes under extreme heat and strong winds, lighting up the night sky with a deep orange glow as the fire advanced toward residential areas, roads, and infrastructure on the outskirts of the city. This landslide hit Norway on a layer of old marine clay that formed thousands of years ago when the whole area was still under the sea. The ground suddenly liquefied and slid away in classic quick clay fashion, taking a big chunk of the landscape with it, luckily with no one hurt. On the afternoon of November 2nd, 2025, a destructive tornado tore through Indonesia. Strong rotating winds ripped roofs off more than 100 houses across a couple of hamlets, scattering debris and leaving residents scrambling as the storm passed through in just minutes. The video that is circulating again on social media, where a truck moves on two wheels along the Metropolitan Boulevard while being accompanied by a unit of the Preventive Traffic Police, is not recent. A powerful tornado ripped through the town of Kushva in Russia's Sverdlovsk Oblast. The strong rotating winds tore roofs off houses, snapped trees and power lines, and left a trail of damage across residential areas in what turned out to be one of the stronger twisters seen in the Urals in recent years. Intense rain, strong winds, and hail-hammered Nahama in Kulgam district, Jammu and Kashmir. The sudden storm dumped heavy rainfall in a short time, damaging crops and leaving the area looking pretty rough as water and debris built up across the fields. In mid-August 2026, heavy monsoon rains triggered a sudden and powerful landslide in the hilly regions of Bangladesh. The hillside gave way without much warning, sending a massive wall of mud, rocks, and debris racing downhill and completely reshaping the landscape in its path. $80,000 worth of goods were damaged by employees, ultimately costing them their jobs. In my opinion, it's such a stupid way to store fragile product. A fierce wildfire tore through the hills near the beach's Greece. Strong winds drove the flames toward popular resort spots like Siviri, filling the air with thick smoke as crowds of tourists and locals rushed down to the shore for safety.